What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, and today we are over here in Sugarcreek, Ohio, also known as the Little Switzerland of Ohio. I'm excited to check this place out because there is a lot to do and see over here in Sugarcreek. There is the world's largest cuckoo clock. There's the Alpine Hills Museum, and so much more. So join me as we check out all there is to do and see here in Sugarcreek, Ohio. And now we're walking through the Sugarcreek Arch on our way to the world's largest cuckoo clock. This is quite impressive. Perfect timing. The Alpine Alpa restaurant in Wilmont, Ohio, commissioned clockmaker Carl Strullerman to build the world's largest cuckoo clock in 1963. 12 years and $50,000 later, the enormous outdoor clock was finished. It was featured on the cover of Guinness Book of World Records in 1978. After exposure to Ohio's weather for 30 years, Hampton Hotel's Save a Landmark program helped to restore the cuckoo clock to operating condition in 2007. The restaurant closed 2 years later, and the owner of the local store in Walnut Creek Cheese purchased the clock and donated it to the village of Sugarcreek. The clock was moved to its new home in May 2012. Village leaders and community members returned the clock to working condition and placed it on display for all to enjoy. And now, my friends, it's the time you've all been waiting for. Time to step into Alpine Hills Museum.
It was functional, warm, and cheerful. Since farm work was physically demanding, huge meals were cooked and enjoyed here. The cook stove was the center of food preparation. It served for cooking, baking, and water heating.
Take a look at this giant cheese harp. This is how they would make cheese with this giant cheese fork. Here's all things that were used in the preparation of milk. Here's a milk tester, a butter bowl and paddle, a butter churn, a small one, all kinds of interesting stuff. Ohio Swiss cheese. It says that this copper kettle in here was used at Board Run Cheese House.
It's summertime. The year 1890, and our immigrant Swiss cheesemaker arose before first light and donned these metal-cleated shoes to prevent slipping on the wet floors.
And here is some Swiss garb that the females would wear. They also have some old school toys here with this cute little wooden cat and these little Swiss children. Here's some more Swiss clothing. It's got a Swiss dress right there with a Swiss embroidered blouse. Here are some Swiss dolls. While the Swiss wore that, the Amish wore this. See, the females in the Amish community would wear this black dress, while the men would wear that black hat and blue or black jackets. I like that this museum has these buttons that you could press to learn more about each exhibit.
Printing and publishing has been an important industry in Sugarcreek ever since 1890, when John C. Miller established The Budget, a weekly newspaper that has attained an international circulation, principally among the Amish and Mennonite peoples.
I like this, with this man calling out on top of the Alps in Switzerland. This is really interesting. This is what a Swiss bedroom would look like. It's a rather small bed. And I like these baseball uniforms here. Here's a standard living room with a fireplace, a sitting area, toys for the kids. Here's some more beautiful yet simple and elegant dresses worn in the Swiss community. I also like this old school cash register here as well. Oh, this is really neat. This is an old school barber shop. People would sit there waiting for their haircuts and then come down and sit in this chair while the barbers worked on trimming up and styling their hair. Next, we're going to walk into the room that talks all about music and communication. I'll take a look at that. That is really, really cool. All these classic instruments. Got the bells over there. Got a button box. I've never seen so many interesting instruments before. A dulcimer. It's kind of like a piano. It's old school tubas. And trombones. And flutes. And a tiny little child's piano. Here you can hit these buttons and see what each instrument sounds like. And take a look at this. This is an old operator box. They would use this to connect people to different people. There's the old Swiss man with his Alpine horn. And take a look at this classic Edison home phonograph. That is really fascinating. Right over here you have an old school radio and an old school television set. And this is an old-fashioned record player that was owned by the Sugarcreek Shanesville High School class of 1919. So this goes way, way back. I've got an upcoming movie all about Sugarcreek, Ohio called Love Finds You in Sugarcreek, Ohio. And here's a dress worn by one of the actresses in the movie. Take a look at this classic camera here. This goes way, way back as well. I really like this folk art drawing of this lion called King of the Forest. Oh, this is really interesting too. These are actually really popular all over the world. These are hair wreaths. This is a wreath that's made entirely out of human hair. Down here in the basement, they have some pretty cool stuff too. Look at this soapbox racer. Down here you have an old school ice cream bicycle. And right next door is an old ice box where you would keep your ice cream. I really like this old school sleigh here too. You attach horses to it and ride throughout the countryside. This is really, really fascinating. This is a wagon that was used by photographers of the era. And inside this box here, they would use that as a darkroom to create the actual photographs. Mind-boggling. It's interesting to see how the Amish, who are against technology, embrace it in some aspects, because this doesn't quite look as modern as some of the Amish buggies out there today. And something that I find absolutely fascinating is right back here in the 1895 Sugarcreek firehouse. Let's take a look.
The cry of fire struck terror in the hearts of residents of the small village of Sugarcreek. There was no water system and no telephones to spread the alarm. The person discovering the fire had to run to the Union Church across the street from the present location of this museum to ring the fire bell, or to the brick plant at the foot of Main Street, where short blasts of the steam whistle would alert the populace.
And take a look at this old bicycle, where the back wheel is enormous and the front wheel is quite small. That had to be really, really uncomfortable to ride. I highly recommend stopping by the Alpine Hills Museum when you're over here in Sugarcreek, Ohio. It is very informative and it's free, although I do highly suggest leaving a donation. And that, my friends, is Sugarcreek, Ohio. Highly recommend coming here for yourself and taking a look around. This place is absolutely gorgeous. There's museums, incredible shops, and the world's largest cuckoo clock. Who could ask for more? We'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching.